What's up, guys? I just want to cover this real fast. This is a big part of my income. Even if you can't donate something to help, whatever, this is how I make my money. I basically, YouTube's a fairly good size of my income monthly. If you can't donate or you don't want to, that's fine. Feel free to smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, all that good stuff. But if I kept you from spending hundreds or $1,000 easy at a shop, consider me. You know what I'm saying? It takes time to make these videos. I love giving free information, but it also feels good to have my back scratched too. You know what I'm saying? So everything you need to know is in the link below. Also in the comment section, you'll find all my information in the pinned comments. And I hope I help you guys out. You can help me out. Let's get started. Alrighty guys, let's do it. So as you can see, just bought a cheap tire. I've had Shinkos before. Their tires used to be really crappy, but now they've gotten pretty good. They've been held to a lot higher standard than they used to be. So that being said, I did order a Shinko. These roughly are about just under 100 and then shipping. You get about 5,000 to 10,000 miles out of a tire like this, but I mean, heck, for the price, it's totally worth it. Especially if you change your own tires, this is pretty totally worth it. So on the front of this, I'm going to be throwing a 120/70 ZR18. I believe that is also what is coming off as a 120/70 ZR18. So should fit on there perfectly. It is a sport class touring tire, so there are special tools that you need to do this job, or at least one very specific special tool that you need to do this job, and that is a 17mm hex. That is going to go right there. To pull that tire off, it takes takes a good amount of torque to get that off there. So that being said, we've got some breaker bars. We're good to go. When I'm ready, I'll be slapping this breaker bar on there like so. We'll crack it loose, then we'll crack the other side loose. But first, we got to take the brakes off. So I'm going to go ahead and loosen these brakes. We'll get those off of there and disconnect them and pull the whole thing away, and that way we can get the tire out easily without issue, and we will go from there. So let's get started. Fun stuff. Alrighty, let's remove the calipers on both sides. 6mm Allen. For now, we're just going to set that there. Stick this on there so we can break these free easily. Probably gonna be a lot of work. Oh goodness, I was afraid of that. I might have to heat these up to break these free. Grrr. Alright, I was able to get this one loose. I gave it a few whacks with a hammer and was able to break it free. That's one. Well, let's give this guy a few whacks here. See if we can break this one free next. There we go. Maybe. Might have to put that one back in just so that we can unlock this guy here. Let me get that one in just a little ways. There we go. We'll tap. And let's try it from the top now. Oh, buddy. Not yet. Alright, well, let's pop this guy on there. Lock that right on the hub. I'll give a little pressure. There we go. There we go. We got her. I'm going to lubricate those before we put those back in. pretty hard to get these screwed up. So there's one. Maybe a 12. This side's different than that side. That's interesting. Alright, well, this side is a 12. Let's see if these ones pop off there any easier. There's that one. There's that one. Sweet. Switch it over. Speed my job up here a little bit. Make sure these are the same size. Yep, they are identical in size. This whole system should pop off here now. Oh, I might have to... No, that should come off there. Looks like I might just take a little bit of work to get this one off. Alright, let me grab... grab a breaker bar so we can put a little pressure on it, pop it off there. There we go. There we go. She's coming. She's coming. Okay. Almost off. Whee! There we go. Alright. Yeah, probably time for new pads here in the near future. Definitely probably time for new pads. Alright, so both of those are loose. Those were 12 on that side. And we have two 12s here, and the same thing on this side, two 12s here. Once we crack those loose, then we can move on to actually removing the tire. So let's get those loose on this side, and then we'll get them loose on that side. Oops. There we go. And these do not have to come off, guys. All you do is loosen these. That's all that has to happen with these, is they just need to be loosened. Just go until they're somewhat loose. Then you can leave them in there. You're not taking them all the way out. It's just keeping it from pinching. That's all we're trying to do now. Is eliminate the pinch. It's pinching the axle in place. So there's that. Okay. Let's see, how do I want to do this? What size is that? It's not a 19. Yeah, that's bigger than a 19. It's like a 22. So I think on this side I'm going to use a monkey wrench, and on the other side I'm going to use the hex. Pull out the crescent. Let's get the crescent wrench going here. Alright. Got a good lock on there. Let's get this guy going in here. Actually, I want to start with some higher torque here. There we go. There we go. There we go. locked on. And let's pop this big guy on there. There we go. That's how that's done. The nut came off on this side, and this backed out on this side. What a workout. Alright. So, the big nut came off. You guys can see that. Tire split apart pretty darn well. Actually, let me see something here. Yeah. Cool. Now let's see if we can just push it through. There we go. Alright. Let's lift the bike up now. That's what the jack is for. I really need to be able to get under the front of the bike. This might be it right here. There we go. Okay. So, got it that time. Spacers are off. Even though one ended up underneath the underneath there, the spacers are off. I'll get that one here in a bit. I'll lower this back down here in a sec. But there you go. Tire's off. Whew. Man, oh man. Good time to check the bearings. While I'm here, they feel good. Yep, these bearings feel perfectly fine. Looks like all the grease guards are still in good shape. Alright, that was a big part of the fun. Yay! A little secret for you guys so you don't get confused. Before you walk away, come over here and mark one side with a nice big highlighter. That way you know what side of the bike it came from. So I want to make sure this tire goes back in the same way and I'm not confused when I'm putting things on or putting tire treads on or putting the new tire on. I want to make sure the tire is going in the proper direction that it should be going. So I've marked it right above the valve stem on one side, so I know when I go to put this back on, the tire can only go one way back on, right? That's how you do it. Just take a little highlighter and do it. All right, let's get this tire off there. I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do it, just because honestly, I don't care. This tire is going in the trash can after this, or dropped off at a recycle center, so I'm gonna show you the easiest way to remove a tire without doing too much work, because all I really want to do is just slap on the new tire and be done with it. I don't want to fidget or fuss with this tire more than is necessary, so let me show you what to do next. Now, a lot of people would say, empty the air out of the tire, bro. Okay, I will do just that. Fresh blade on here, right in the center, and give a pull. There you go. Now there's no removing of valve stems that are unnecessary, any of that stuff. Right? Nothing. There we go. Now I know the tire's not going to fight me the entire time I'm trying to do this.
Alrighty guys, so basically what you do is take multiple C-clamps to break the bead on the tire on both sides, and you just put a C-clamp on the tire there, as you can see, and you just screw it down. And you're going to need 3 or 4 C-clamps to get this done, but as you can see, if you just keep doing the C-clamps in a row, it breaks the bead on the tire yeah, once the bead is broken on both sides of the tire, then you can bring it over to the your chunk of cardboard on the floor and get ready for the tire removal. But like I said, first you have to break the bead on the tire. To do that, it requires C-clamps or a vise. As you can see, my vise wasn't big enough, so unfortunately I had to move to C-clamps. There's a couple other ways you can do it. You can use a car jack. I chose the C-clamp method just because I have a ton of C-clamps, and it only took 15 minutes to do it with C-clamps, without having a bead breaking machine at the house. So just multiple C-clamps. You just go until like I said, just go until you can see that it breaks the bead on the tire, and then it's pretty much ready to be set on the floor and have the tire removed with the spoons. So let's get to that portion of it. Good luck. This can be a tedious portion of the job, but I think you'll get it. You'll get it.
Future purpose, future purchase, a bead breaker. Alright, Windex is your best friend when you are removing or putting on a tire. I promise you it is. Keep things lubricated. Windex is your best friend. So, I'm going to put these caps on the edges here. Oops. So I got stuff to pry on. I'm going to spin these around the rim a little bit. I'm going to put all three on there because I'm going to be using these throughout it, and I'm going to need to be sliding them around to adjust for my spoons. That really doesn't want to go on there with that string attachment, so we're going to cut that right on off of there. Now it's not in the way. Alright, so there's that. We're going to use these to pry. Obviously, got my spoons. I've already broken the bead, so now that the bead is broken, I'm going to try to center the tire with one knee, get my spoon up underneath it. Remember, my highlighter's right there. And we're going to see if we can pull this up and over. We should be able to, now that the bead is broken. There's one. Alright, so that gives me an idea of where to put number 2, which is going to be right here. And hopefully at that point I should be able to break this free. And then we'll work on the back side of it. So that did not want to stay in there, did it? Let's try that again. There's one. There we go. Like so. Pop that up. And like I said, Windex is your best friend. Easiest way to do these jobs is to lubricate. Now let's see if I can just pop her off there. Nope, I'm gonna have to put a damn spoon on it again, so let me put a spoon on the inside. Alright, well, that's alright. Fuck it. I don't care. We're just gonna pop it off. I don't want to be fumbling with this thing all night. Okay. So, there you go. I'm gonna grab a rag. I'm gonna clean it up real quick. We'll grab the new tire and we'll slap it on. Alright, I'm going to teach you a few little things that you don't know about tires, motorcycle tires now, before we get moving on to this step here. A lot of times you do not have to balance your tire afterwards, and I'm going to tell you why. The lightest point of the tire is always going to be where the red dot is. A lot of people don't know this. See that red dot? That is where the valve stem goes. So when you go to put on this tire, you want to make sure the red dot is lined up with the valve stem. That side of the tire is intentionally off weight to make up for the valve stem that's on there, which a lot of people just slap the tire on there and they go, why is the tire out of balance? Well, it's because that's what the red dot's for. So they'll end up putting the red dot over here and the valve stem will be over here, and then the tire's wobbling and they can't figure out why. A lot of the times these tires come pre-balanced ahead of time, and wherever the valve stem is, that's where the red dot goes. So when you install it, you want to try to line these up as close as you can. That's the whole purpose of the red dot. So now you know. If you didn't know that, now you know. thought I could help you guys with that. All right. This is even more fun to put these on. I'm telling you right now. So I know that I highlighted this side of it, which means if this was sitting upright, this would be on the left side of the bike. So if I was looking at it from the back, this would be on the left side of the bike right here, which means it'll help me establish my direction of the tire, which is going the correct way. So because the tire is going to be spinning right this way or that way, then I know that if that arrow right there is going that direction, that it is the correct path of travel. Which means when I go to put this tire on, I'm putting it on in this format right here. So you can see the way the traction goes. There you go. So path of the travel of the tire is going that way. So if this was sitting upright, that arrow would be pointing that way going down. So I know this is the correct side of the bike. I know that the red dot is lined up. So now all we have left to do is put the tire on. And then seat the bead, which is the next fun part. I'll show you guys how to do that. And then of course slap all this back together, which is even more fun. So while we're here, there we go. Get it in here, rub it around real good. That'll help you slap this tire right on in there easily. Least amount of problems as possible. So, put some on my hand, wipe it all on the inside here. There we go. So now, let's see if we can just whomp this puppy right on there. Sometimes you get lucky, you can pretty much just throw the tire at it and it slides right on. If you get lucky. Sometimes you get super lucky, sometimes you don't. It's a fight to the finish. So, let's see if we can get one side on there easily. Alright, line up the valve with the red dot. And let's see what we can do here. Come on, there you go. Oh boy, this is gonna be a lot of fun already, I can tell. This tire is not stretched at all. Come on, buddy. Couldn't make my life simple, huh? Nope. Alright. Let's go. Time for the spoonage. If I can get it started at all, it should go right on there. So, we get the spoon on the back side here. I'm gonna pop this up. I'm gonna pop this right on the edge there. I'm gonna put the spoon underneath it. Come on, get on there. There you go. And see if we can pop this the rest of the way on there. Let's go. Nope, we're gonna have to do this one in a sequence. There we go. So we'll start from one side and work our way to the other. This tire is going to be a royal pain in the butt. I can already tell. Come on. There's that. You're so close, tire. Just go. There we go. Yeah, this tire. Whew. This tire is going to be a workout. All right. Now for the next fun part. Oh man, this is exhausting. Last chance to line your tire up. Red dot with the valve stem before we start prying again. So, see if we can get one side going here. There we go. See if I can just walk it around. Let my shoe go. Whew. Oh, come on, let me get lucky. Not today, folks. Not today. This tire's gonna make me work for it. I feel you, tire. I'd do that to me too. I would 100% do that to me too. I get it. I understand. I still think you're a hater, tire. Holy sheep shit, man. Alright, I'm gonna take a little break here, guys, and then come back at it. This tire is just not wanting to play ball at all. Holy God. After lots and lots and lots of prying and work, she's on there. She is on there. Alright. Holy crap. Let me go turn on my compressor, get some air going to it, and we're going to fill this tire up. And as you notice, the red dot is lined up with the valve stem. So the tire should not be that out of balance. So let me go get a ratchet. Whew. I had to take a breather here, guys. That was a bum fucking ass job. That tire was extremely tight. Wow. That was exhausting. Alright, damn. Now before we get going, I want to show you a super helpful tool, especially for bikes with dual caliper. You just twist this right on, and then it gives you an angle to work with when you're trying to fill the tire. So the first thing I'm going to do is put one of these on there, because this is a straight valve stem, and it would be a major pain in my ass trying to fill a straight valve stem with dual rotors on this thing. So the whole reason they make cool little things like this, and I keep one of these in my bike at all times in case I need to fill up at a gas station anywhere. So make sure that's on there nice and tight. There we go. Next step, because we have to create a bead, which I'm pretty sure this is not going to do. However, I am going to try to fill it up first and just see what happens. Sometimes you get lucky and you don't have to put a strap around one of these guys, but most of the time it doesn't work that way. Most of the time all you hear is it let a bunch of air out, and then you have to put a strap around it to create a bead. So let's go. Let's see if it just takes air. I highly doubt it, but hey, there's been weirder circumstances. Let's see if the beads pop. Make sure this is straight, yeah. Oh, hey, look at that. Seems to be making it. There's one. Come on. There's two. Wow, I didn't have to put a strap around the tire. Well, sometimes, guys, you have to put a strap around the tire. This one took every bit of that, and it requires 42 pounds of pressure. I don't even think we're close to that, but that is a first. I have always had to do that differently. I didn't even read, what the hell? 18.8, let me double check that just to make sure. Yep, 18.8. This guy requires 42 PSI, so let's keep going. Too much. $46. 44. 42.8. 42.2, and that's where I'm going to take it off because this valve stem that I put on here is going to leak a little bit before I take it off. There we go. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you do a tire. So you can see red dot perfectly lined up. This one was a lot more work than I wanted it to be, but it is what it is. It's on there now. So new tire installed. Go ahead and let the air run out of that. Set this aside. Remember my highlighters right there, so we know that's the path of travel. Okay, set you right there. Just set all that there for now. Let that run out of air. Let's go back over to the bike, put this tire back on. Oh boy. Okay, now for the fun again, putting this puppy back on here. Let me look for my highlighter. There it is, right on that side. So I need to put this spacer in here like that, and I need to get the spacer from underneath this one because it flew up underneath here, I think. Yep, should have come out. There it is. Oh, have a look at that. Okay, good. Still in good shape. That spacer back in there, make sure there's no dirt on it. Should be good. Excellent. Oh buddy. Well, that tire looks sweet, doesn't it? For like a sub $100 tire, that's pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. Now this has a lot more tread, so hopefully I can just push this underneath there easily and the bike doesn't fall over. Oh gosh. There's a lot more tread. Let's see if I can sneak the major part of the tire underneath it. There we go. Come on, you can do it. Here's how it plows. Here's how it plows. There you go. Okay. That was fun. Whew. Aren't tires fun? This is why a lot of people don't do their own tires. It'd be a real pain in the ass to do your own tires. I'm telling you. This is like the least favorite thing of everyone to do is tires. Alright. Let's see if we can get this in there without too much hassle. Lifting this is going to be that much more of a chore by myself. But it's alright. I'll manage. I will manage. Come on, you get in there. There we go. Whew. Stop trying to turn, handlebars. Get in there. There we go. There it is. Whew. All the fun. That is all the fun. Oh, that sounds so good. Oh, man. Okay. Put this axle nut back on here. We'll get to this in a second. Let's put the brakes. This is going to be a fun part right here, is getting these back on here. Now that I've got that where it needs to be, I can lower the bike. Push that out of the way. Let's see if we can put these calipers back on here with as little fight as possible. May have to reset these slightly, which I hope I don't have to. Hope I can just get them to go right on there without issue. I really don't want to have to reset these. This side looks like it's not going to give me any problem. Maybe. Man, I really don't want to reset the caliper. Alright. Well, we'll do it the easy way because I don't feel like messing with this a ton. Let me get a big screwdriver here. Caliper reset small. We're not going huge. Just gonna put this in there in between the pads and we're gonna give it a twist. There we go. Come here, you. There's nothing to hold this, just keeps slipping out of my hands. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now, should be able to go on there now. There we go. Yeah, so those calipers squeezed a little bit. Let me just get that in there and then we can set the top one. Come on down. Come on. You can do it. There we go. Now you guys see how much fun this is, man. Don't you all want to do this? Don't you all want to partake in all this fun activity I'm having right here? Isn't this exciting stuff? I love motorcycles, man. I love them. This wouldn't be any fun if they weren't challenging. That's for sure. If there was no challenge, it wouldn't be exciting. I shouldn't have to balance the wheel. If I do, that's fine. I have a static balancer. I'll pop this tire back off again and give it a static balance. I'm not being as thorough as I should because this bike has to be in working order here in the next hour because I'm going somewhere, so it'll be fine for tonight. Alright, there's that side. Probably gonna have to do the same thing to this side. I'm done with these now. Now we're gonna switch over to this and this. Because if you remember, the other side was a 12. So, let's see if we can get it on there without too much hassle. I'm expecting it to put up quite a fight. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to do the exact same thing to this side. I love a new tire. So to give you guys an idea, this takes about an hour and a half of my own time to do the front. The rears are a lot easier because they're bigger tires and they normally just go on a lot easier. Front tires are always a huge pain in the ass to change. I know everybody thinks that's not the case, but I promise you it 100% is the case. So I'm not a huge fan of doing fronts. Rears have always been easier to me. So let me just put some pressure on this, see if we can reset this caliper a little bit. There we go. And that should slide up in there fairly easily. Maybe. Kinda. Straighten these out a little bit again. These are gonna put up a big fight because I can't see what's happening back there, that's why. Only because I can't see. Yeah, pretty much ride that line. It should go on just like that. There we go. Okay. Remind me to pump the brakes before I get going. Alright, that's that one. Then I gotta reattach the speed sensor again. And that goes in there, like so. Beautiful. test this out. Lock this in. There we go. Okay. Now we move on to this part again. What did I do with that head? What did I do with it? Where's that hex head? Don't tell me I misplaced a tool. Really? Dan. Oh, I know where it's at. I know where it's at. Okay. And that's good, because I'm going to use this to get me started, and then I'm going to switch over to crank pressure. There we go. So you tighten these two down first, and then you tighten these four down. So once it's in place, then you tighten these, which squeezes it together to make sure it doesn't move. So I put the crescent on this side. Get that locked into place. Make sure this isn't forward. All right. There's that. Now, time for the fun. One more of those. So I make sure that spins easily good. Oh, you dog. Don't do that. This is coming loose, folks. There we go. Perfect. Now, speed my job up here a little bit. Switch back to this guy and put these back down. And we'll just go through and zap them tight. Give them a little squeak. Give them a little squeak, because I remember what it took to take them off. About like that. Out there. That's how you do it, folks. Now we're going to pump front brakes until we get pressure again. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, make sure it spins now. Yep. So I know the brakes are releasing. The tire has been put on there. And that is how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome. Hope this helped. I'm going to clean my bike off, push it outside, take it for a ride, make sure everything's good. And yeah. Sorry I didn't get to show you all of it, man. A lot of it is just painstaking, just take your time stuff, you know. So, I really wish these rims were in a little better shape, but hey, fuck it, what can you do? What can you do? Alright, wipe my highlighter off there. Put my tools away, and I'll catch you guys on the flip. Toodles.